the same breath. The fear is in the breath, and so is the love. In one and the same breath, the duality of human existence. The human experience is defined by a series of paradoxes, none more intimate than the act of breathing. It is the first thing we do upon entering the world and the last thing we do before leaving it. Yet, within this involuntary rhythm lies a profound psychological truth captured in the aphorism. In one and the same breath, the fear is in the breath, and so is the love. This statement suggests that our most fundamental biological process is the container for our most polarized emotions. It challenges us to see the breath not merely as a gas exchange, but as a bridge between our survival instincts and our capacity for transcendence. The anatomy of fear. Fear is an ancient, visceral response, and its primary residence in the body is the respiratory system. When we encounter a threat, whether a physical danger or a modern psychological stressor, our breathing is the first system to react. The fight or flight response triggers shallow, rapid chest breathing. This physiological shift is designed to hyperoxygenate the muscles for quick action, but it often results in a feedback loop of anxiety. In moments of panic, we may feel as though we cannot catch our breath. This constriction is the physical manifestation of fear. It is a tightening and narrowing of the world into a singular point of survival. And the aphorism states that the fear is in the breath. It acknowledges that our anxieties are not just abstract thoughts. They are rhythmic, somatic experiences that can stifle our vitality if left unobserved. The sanctuary of love. If fear constricts the breath, love expands it. In a state of safety, affection, or deep connection, the breath naturally slows and deepens. This is the rest and digest state, where the diaphragm drops and the lungs fill to their full capacity. This expansive breathing sends a signal to the nervous system that all is well. Love in this context is synonymous with presence and life force. It is the breath we take when we are moved by beauty, the shared sigh of relief with a loved one, and the steady rhythm of a mind at peace. To breathe with love is to breathe with a sense of openness and receptivity. It is the sanctuary we return to when we allow our breath to soften, moving from the jagged edges of survival into the fluid grace of being. The unity of experience. The true power of the aphorism lies in the phrase, in one and the same breath. It posits that fear and love are not separate entities existing in different parts of the body or at different times. Instead, they are two possibilities existing simultaneously within the same biological cycle. This reflects the unity of the human experience. We are capable of being terrified and courageous, anxious and compassionate all at once. This perspective dissolves the dualistic struggle to eliminate fear. If fear and love occupy the same breath, then fear is not an enemy to be conquered, but a frequency to be tuned. By acknowledging that fear resides in the breath, we gain the power to transform it. We do not stop breathing when we are afraid. We simply change the quality of the breath to invite the love, the calm, and the connection back into the same space. Canterbelly relevance. In today's high-stress, hyper-connected world, our breathing has become habitually fearful. Constant notifications, economic pressures, and social anxieties keep many of us in a state of chronic shallow breathing. We live in a culture of constriction, understanding that the breath carries both fear and love is a radical act of self-reclamation. It reminds us that even in the midst of a chaotic work environment or a personal crisis, the mechanism for peace is already within us. We do not need to go anywhere or buy anything to find relief. We simply need to shift the quality of the very thing we are already doing. This perspective offers a portable internal toolkit for emotional regulation and resilience. Conclusion, the power of the one breath. The aphorism invites us toward a life of mindfulness, a conscious awareness of the one breath. Every inhalation is an opportunity to acknowledge the presence of fear without being consumed by it, and every exhalation is a chance to release
life itself if we can hold the duality of our emotions within a single conscious breath. We find a sense of equilibrium that is not dependent on external circumstances. We learn that while the fear may be present, the love is equally accessible, waiting to be felt in the very next rise and fall of the chest. In the end, we are always just one breath away from returning to our center.
Between unsend drafts, unsend drafts, stuck in my hands. Unsend drafts, unsend drafts, say what I
Said I miss you, then I closed the app. Next one said come home, but I deleted that. Got your little blue thread still alive on my phone. Every message I don't send feels more like home.
She got me paused on the edge again. Screen still glows like a light that won't end. I wrote it soft, and I made it mean. Now it just sits there in between. Unsend drafts.
Mechanism of vision and image psychology. Deissima Siri. Critical reading in the book Psychological Analysis and Images shifts the focus from the psychology of the artist to the painting simia, and psychological analysis and images takes several axes. First axis, theoretical collection of image epistemology, and in it, one psychobiography with the psychobiography. illustration of how classical criticism used psychological analysis as a practice to analyze artists' contracts, such as Freud da Vinci's analysis. Book launch. Griselda Pollock and the book's contributors reject this approach, that the painting is not a satisfactory display for the artist, but rather an independent cognitive and aesthetic space to image as an open optical text, building a strong bridge between psychological analysis and visual semia. The book deals with the image as a complex network of signs and indicators that form in the subconscious. Critical depth. Artwork carrying multi-layered blades. The task of the critic is not only to describe what he sees superficially, but to decompose these cognitive and visual decipherals to understand the hidden or suppressed meaning within formation. The gaze and the recipient's location, based on Jack Lacan's concepts on which the book relies so heavily. Sight is not just an act of physiological vision, it is a complex web of desire and power. How does the painting compel the viewer's eye to adopt a certain attitude? Artwork has an effect. It looks at us as much as we look at it, and stimulates our deep neural and psychological responses. The application aspect of the tools for disassembly of artwork. How do we use the ideas of this book as a methodological tool within the financial professional? Dual eye reading methodology proposes an applied methodology that integrates metaphysical analysis, similar to Edmund Feldman's approach to description, metaphysical analysis and psychological interpretation. In a practical step, the critic begins analyzing composition, lines, blocks, and colors, either in strict abstract schools like supremacy and Bauhaus, or in arts loaded with heritage insects. Then it moves on to understand how these formative elements create a psychological state, or how they embody visual conflict. The impact of memory and time on the painting, using book tools to analyze how collective and individual memory attends artwork. When reading the works of pioneers, whether in Iraqi, Egyptian, or Saudi art, we do not look at heritage symbols or decorations as mere nostalgia for the past, but as an attempt by the optical unconscious to restore an identity or restore a lost balance by restructuring it in modern forms. Create a flow in the subject. Analysis of the interaction of the artist's body with the material of the work. We ask, how do the neurological and psychological reactions translate into brushstrokes or rough touches? According to the book, the substance itself becomes a medium for translation of unspoken desires. Third axis. Critical summary of the editor's biography and the status of the book. A little about Griselda Pollock is a professor of art history at the University of Leeds, and a pioneer in dismantling the male untraditional curriculum in reading art history. She boldly infused feminist theories and contemporary psychological analysis into the heart of academic criticism. The importance of the book. Psychological analysis and image is not just a historical book, but a practical guide that enriches the tools of the modern critic and frees it from impressionistic reading to provide a scientific analysis that links creative processes, neural networks of understanding, and psychological depth of receiving.
Waiting, how to move through the time, all while staying still, while being still as the time. And as the things roll past you, left and right, leaving you abandoned. Hard time. The heart of doing time is doing time without becoming undone. An anatomy of stillness and temporal flow, the aphorism, waiting, presents a radical reimagining of a common human experience, usually defined as a passive interval, a void to be filled or a delay to be endured. Waiting is here recast as an active existential discipline. The text suggests that waiting is not the absence of action, but a specific mode of moving through time that requires a profound reconciliation between the self and the temporal medium. The paradox of temporal kinesis, the central tension of the aphorism lies in the paradox of physical stillness paired with temporal movement. In a conventional sense, movement requires a change in spatial coordinates over a duration of time. However, the aphorism suggests a form of moving through that occurs precisely because one is staying still. By remaining physically fixed, the subject ceases to compete with the external world's velocity. This stillness stillness allows the individual to observe the internal mechanics of time. Woo! When the body stops, the consciousness is forced to engage with the sheer weight and flow of the present moment. It is a transition from spatial kinesis to temporal kinesis. The subject is no longer traveling through a landscape, but is instead traveling through the wind, becoming the medium.
As the time,
The most philosophically dense portion of the text is the directive to exist.
as the time,
Normally, humans experience time as an external force, a river that carries us along or a clock that dictates our pace. We are subjects in time. To move as the time implies a dissolution of the boundary between the observer and the observed. To become as the time is to achieve a state of radical presence where the ego's resistance to the passing second vanishes, and in the state the individual does not spend or waste time. They embody it. This reflects a phenomenological shift where the self is no longer a victim of the clock's ticking, but rather the very medium in which the world unfolds. It is a meditative transcendence that transforms, waiting from a state of longing for the future into a state of total immersion in the present. The geometry of abandonment. The conclusion of the aphorism introduces a poignant sense of isolation. And as the things roll past you left and right, leaving you abandoned. This imagery suggests a world defined by horizontal movement, the frantic lateral rush of things. By choosing to remain still, the individual falls out of the collective rhythm of the world. The left and right movement suggests a peripheral blur, where the world is moving too fast to notice the stationary observer. This abandonment is the price of temporal stillness. To be still while the world rushes is to become a ghost in the machine. However, there is a hidden strength in this abandonment. While the world is caught in the momentum of its own rolling, the one who waits gains a perspective of the whole. They are abandoned by the world's noise, but in that silence, they gain the clarity of the witness. Stillness as resistance in the modern age. In a contemporary context, this aphorism serves as a critique of the cult of speed. Modernity equates movement with progress and stillness with stagnation. We are conditioned to fear waiting as a dead zone of unproductivity. Reframing waiting as an intentional act of moving through time challenges this narrative. It suggests that there is a profound depth to be found in the pauses. The ability to stay still and feel the world roll past without being swept up in its frantic current is a form of psychological resilience. To be abandoned by the modern pace is perhaps the only way to truly find oneself. Ultimately, the aphorism waiting teaches that stillness is not a vacuum, it is a dense, active state of being where the individual, by ceasing to chase the world, finally learns how to inhabit time itself.
Traveling, best for those in the middle. Avoid the young and the old and women with children. Avoid when necessary. Avoid when possible. If necessary. If possible. The pragmatic lens, reevaluating the romance of travel. The modern world often presents travel as a panacea, a transformative experience essential for a life well lived. However, the aphorism, best for those in the middle. Avoid the young and the old and women with children. Avoid when necessary. Avoid when possible. If necessary. If possible. Offers a starkly different perspective. It strips away the romantic veneer of the wanderlust narrative, replacing it with a cold, pragmatic assessment of movement as a logistical and psychological burden. By framing travel not as a leisure activity, but as a trial of endurance, this sentiment invites us to consider the hidden cost of displacement. The anatomy of capacity,
the middle path. The aphorism's insistence that travel is best for those in the middle speaks to the physical and mental stamina required to navigate the friction of the world. The middle refers to that window of life characterized by peak autonomy, an age where one is neither burdened by the fragility of youth nor the infirmities of old age. To travel with the young or the old is to engage in a constant negotiation with dependency. The young lack the context to appreciate the journey and the resilience to handle its discomforts. The old may possess the wisdom but lack the physical vitality to endure the rigors of transit. Similarly, the mention of women with children points to the immense psychological and logistical encumbrance of caretaking. In this view, travel is an individualistic pursuit that demands a high degree of self-sufficiency. It suggests that when the primary focus of a journey is the management of others' vulnerabilities, the travel itself ceases to be an exploration and becomes an exhausting labor of logistics. The philosophy of avoidance, travel as a trial. The most striking aspect of the aphorism is its repetitive emphasis on avoidance. Phrases like avoid when necessary, and if possible, frame travel as a necessary evil rather than a desired luxury. This suggests a stoic or even cynical worldview where the default state of human flourishing is stability, not motion. When we are told to avoid travel, it implies that the act of moving from one place to another is an interruption of the soul's peace. It characterizes travel as a state of betweenness that exposes us to unpredictability, exhaustion, and the loss of routine. By suggesting we only travel if necessary, the aphorism challenges the idea that movement is an inherent good. It asks the traveler to justify their departure. Is the destination worth the friction of the journey? Is the knowledge gained worth the energy expended? A critique of bucket list culture. In an era of mass tourism and Instagrammable destinations, this aphorism serves as a radical critique. Today's culture encourages us to travel constantly, often for the sake of social currency rather than genuine necessity or growth. We are told to see it all before we die, leading to a frantic bucket list mentality that prioritizes the quantity of stamps in a passport over the quality of the experience. The aphorism suggests that this frantic movement is a mistake. It aligns with the growing movement of slow travel or even anti-travel, which posits that we might find more depth in a single square mile of our own neighborhood than in a dozen high-speed tours of foreign capitals. It warns against the vanity of movement, reminding us that displacement is a tax on our time and health, a tax that should only be paid when the reward is truly essential. Conclusion: the cost of movement. The core wisdom of this aphorism lies in its recognition of travel as an expenditure. Every mile traveled is a withdrawal from our reserves of energy, patience, and stability. By advising us to wait for the middle of life and to avoid the complications of dependency, it emphasizes that travel is a high-stakes activity that requires a specific kind of readiness. Ultimately, it teaches us that while movement can be transformative, it is not free. True travel is a weight that should be carried only when we are at our strongest. And even then, only when the journey is truly worth the cost of leaving home. The land does not forget. It does not choose. It receives.
Was yours alone, pressed into a waiting ground. Every word you swore would disappear still turns beneath you now. Not a record, not a name, not a line that can be traced, but a weight you did not feel holding shade beneath the place. Nothing lost, nothing gone. It was there all along. The land
promise the ground will keep. Not a king, not a throne, not a claim that stands alone, but a life pressed into form in the quiet of the loam. No decree, no command, only touch. In the land remembers what we cannot keep. The land remembers what we cannot say, and the bones beneath our wandering feet still speak in their own way. Not in sound, not in name, but in what remains the same. Not a story, not a file, not a memory stored a while, but a shaping slow and deep, something waking in the keep. You are standing on it. Cities rise and write their laws and lines, draw their borders sharp and clean, but the ground beneath those careful marks knows what all of this has been. It does not argue, it does not plead, it does not forget the need. The land remembers what we cannot keep. The land remembers what we cannot say, and the bones beneath our wandering feet still speak in their own way. Not to judge, not to claim, but to hold what we became. The land knows, the bones remember. Listen. Listen.
Sun on your sleeve, tea in the glass, window half open, watch the clouds pass. You tilt your face up like you know the tune. Little by little you walk into June. And I was faking till you came through, soft as a spark in the afternoon. My hands were empty, now they hold gold. You make the day feel slow. Afternoon bloom, you, afternoon bloom, pull me through. Afternoon bloom, stay in view. Afternoon bloom, I'm lit by you. you.
You were the man who held my hand when my heart did not know how to stay. You stood beside my restless soul and loved me through the years anyway. I was looking past the doorway, dreaming of another sky, but you kept standing close to me with patience in your eyes. I did not see the gift back then. I did not understand that God had placed His mercy there inside your faithful hands. You are not a small love. You are not a mistake. You were the steady blessing my heart was slow to take. No diamond had to shine for me. No golden ring had to prove. The greatest promise I received was always found in you. You were the man who held my hand when I was hard to please. And now I see the love of God was standing next to me. You became the father of our children, the shelter I could not see. While I was chasing distant roads, you were building home for me. I thought the world could give me more. I thought my heart knew best. But every time I wandered far, your love became my husband. You were God's gift in my hands. You were not a small love. You were not a mistake. You were the steady blessing my heart was slow to take. The world could never give to me what heaven already knew. The greatest promise of my life was given through you. You were the man who held my hand, the love I finally see. And now I thank the Lord above for giving you to me.
Take care for what you pray. Oh, well, that I could sing like Doc Watson and have the smell of a dog. The paradox of fulfilled desire. Take care for what you pray. The aphorism, take care for what you pray, serves as a perennial warning against the myopia of human longing. It suggests that our desires, once granted, rarely arrive in isolation. They bring with them a constellation of consequences, responsibilities, and sensory shifts that the wisher is often ill-equipped to handle at its core. The phrase highlights the double-edged nature of transcendence, where the acquisition of an extraordinary gift may simultaneously dismantle the equilibrium of a standard life. The way to mastery.
Singing like Doc Watson.
To wish to sing like Doc Watson is to aspire to a specific kind of American excellence, a blend of flat-picking virtuosity, soulful baritone resonance, and a profound connection to folk traditions on the surface. This prayer is for the possession of beauty and the ability to move others. However, the aphorism reminds us to look beneath the aesthetic surface.
To possess the voice of Doc Watson is to inherit the sensitivity required to produce such mastery. Often comes from a place of deep labor, or in Watson's case, a life navigated through the darkness of blindness, where sound became his primary landscape. To have the gift is to also carry the weight of its demands.
The public expectation, the vulnerability of artistic expression, and the potential isolation of being a vessel for a talent that exceeds the common experience.
The prayer for talent is, in effect, a prayer for a transformation of the self that may leave the original person behind.
The nuance of the aphorism becomes even more visceral when considering the desire for the smell of a dog. Specifically, the dog's hyperacute olfactory capability to a human. The idea of super smelling sounds like a profound expansion of consciousness, a way to perceive the hidden chemical narratives of the world. Yet, in the context of the modern world, this gift would likely manifest as a relentless sensory assault.
A dog's sense of smell is estimated to be 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than a human's in a pristine forest. This might be a divine revelation. In the modern city, it would be an agonizing nightmare. The blessing would force the recipient to endure the overwhelming stench of industrial chemicals, rotting waste, and the pheromonal anxieties of every passing stranger.
What began as a prayer for heightened perception ends as a sentence to perpetual overstimulation. This illustrates the central irony of the aphorism. We pray for more life, forgetting that our biological limitations are often the very filters that make life bearable. Philosophical implications. Limitation versus transcendence.
These examples point toward a broader philosophical tension between human limitation
And the desire for transcendence.
Human beings are tuned to a specific frequency of existence.
Our sight, hearing, and talents are calibrated to a reality we can navigate. When we pray for extraordinary abilities, be they artistic or sensory, we are essentially asking to be retuned to a frequency that may be incompatible with our environment.
The desire to transcend our boundaries is a hallmark of the human spirit.
Yet the aphorism
Take care for what you pray
suggests that wisdom lies in recognizing the utility of our deficits.
Our inability to smell everything, see everything, or perform perfectly protects us from the white noise of a universe that is far larger and more chaotic than we can process.
Transcendence,
Without the necessary evolution of the soul or the body to house it,
becomes a burden.
the balance of aspiration.
In conclusion,
Take care for what you pray,
it's not a counsel against ambition,
but a plea for self-awareness. It asks the individual to consider if they are truly prepared for the reality of their desires.
whether it is the soulful burden of a master musician or the overwhelming clarity of a canine's nose.
Every gift demands a sacrifice of the previous status quo.
True wisdom lies in the balance between our aspirations and the reality of our existence.
By understanding that every gain in ability often comes with the loss,
Of simplicity or protection,
we can approach our prayers.
with the sense of humility.
We must recognize that the constraints of being human are not just walls, they are the very structures that allow us to experience the world without being consumed by it.
Gave my last ounce of strength while the knife stayed in my back. Poured everything out for the ones I refused to lack. Blood don't make a family, that truth hit hard and clean. I chose my own loyal hearts in a world that's mean. They showed me I can only trust the reflection in the glass. So I pulled those blades out slow and sharpened them to last. Burning, I'm on fire. Light shines so bright. It wakes the night, lights your day, scares the ghosts away. No more pain, I'll burn everything that tries to bring you pain. Ten emotions ripping through me back to back, no relief. Love and rage and emptiness, fighting for belief. I'm barely holding balance, drowning in the noise, but I swallow it all down just to give them all my voice. I'll show them who's the real threat. I'll settle that score. I'm on fire, burning high, burn everything in sight. I'm on fire, lights so bright, you'll never have to worry again. You'll never have to worry again. Still pouring out my everything when I'm running on empty, carrying my chosen family like it's all that's left in me. Family ain't just blood, it's the bond I fought to earn. Stronger than the blaze that tried to make me burn. No more games, no more blame, I'm cutting all their ties. Use their knives to carve my path and cut apart their lies. Use my fire to mend your heart. Melt metal into the cracks, I'll always have your back. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Yeah, I'm on fire, baby. I'm on fire for you. Let my light heal you. You'll never travel alone again. 37 years of trauma, cheating, I ain't blame. They tried to bury the fighter, but I'm still in the game. Emotions hit like thunder, rolling through my veins. Grief, then fire, then hope, driving me insane. I can only trust myself, that's the truth they burned in me. Every hand that held me turned around and buried me, but I'm still here, still pouring out my fight. You can't kill a fire that learned how to ignite. I'll never let the dark creep in, light shine so bright. Ghosts never see the night. Put your fist down, back down. You don't have to fight no more. Yeah, I'm on fire.
First his kingdom, his righteousness true. Under his promise, all blessings pursue. Words of the Savior, guiding our days. All things are added in marvelous ways.
Never rely on your wisdom alone.
Depend on the Lord, make his pathway your own. In all your ways, submit to his hand, and he will make straight the roads where you stand.
Shadow of self now fades away.
United with Christ, I live today. Nailed with him, yet I rise in his grace. Glorious faith shines bright in this place. My life is his, no longer mine. Strength in his spirit, forever
Christ lives in me.
Trust in the Lord.
Christ lives in me.
Trust in the Lord.
Trust in the
Seek first his kingdom. Seek first his kingdom. Seek first his kingdom, his righteousness true. Under his promise, all blessings pursue. Words of the Savior, guiding our days. his kingdom, his righteousness true. Under his promise, all blessings pursue. Words of the Savior guiding our days. All things are added in marvelous ways. Never rely on your wisdom alone. Depend on the Lord, make his pathway your own. In all your ways, submit to his hand, and he will make straight the roads where you stand. Shadow of self now fades away. United with Christ, I live today. Nailed with him, yet I rise in his grace. Glorious faith shines bright in this place. My life is his, no longer mine. Strength in his spirit, forever divine. Seek first his kingdom, his righteousness true. Under his promise, all blessings pursue. Words of the Savior guiding our days. All things are added in marvelous ways. Never rely on your wisdom alone. Depend on the Lord, make his pathway your own. In
I carried 9 months of love, a small life beneath my heart, a gift from God above. I was still learning how to become whole, but love was growing quietly deep inside my soul. 3 sacred seasons, 3 holy gifts. God placed them in my arms and taught my heart to lift. Love came first, then joy followed near. Then rose came blooming and beauty reappeared. Then came my 9 months of joy, like laughter after silence, like light I could not avoid. My heart began receiving the grace I could not see. Joy came like a gentle song and slowly healed in me. 3 sacred seasons, 3 holy gifts. God placed them in my arms and taught my heart to live. Love came first, then joy followed near. Then rose came blooming and beauty reappeared. 3 children, 3 blessings, 3 lights from above. 1 taught me love, 1 taught me joy. 1 came like roses blooming through the rain, and all 3 showed my heart how to live again. 3 sacred seasons, 3 holy gifts. God placed them in my arms and taught my heart to live. Love came first, then joy followed near. Then rose came blooming, and beauty reappeared. 3 children, 3 seasons, 3 gifts from above. My soul learned to rise through love, joy, and rose.
Please, Lord, guide their steps each day. Rays of your love will light their way. All their hearts are treasures in your hand. You hold them close, forever they'll stand. Every trial, you make them strong. Resting in you, they'll sing your song. Father, I lift them up to you. Over their lives, your grace shines through. Refuge of peace, their hearts you mend. My children safe in love that never ends. You are their strength when storms arise. Closer to you, their greatest prize. Hold them in wisdom, faith and grace. In Jesus' name, amen. Embrace. Lord, protect them wherever they go. Dwell in their hearts, let your mercy show. Remind them daily, they're never alone. Every step guided by love you've shown. Never failing, your promise is true.
between presence and absence. In his visual works, the Saudi artist Ali Safar, Ali Al-Safar, paints a world in which the bodies and shadows intertwine, and the bodies become symbols of questions larger than reality itself. Between painting and painting, yellow takes us on a journey from mystery to serenity, from optical overcrowding to luminous abstraction. In one of his paintings, crowded human blocks in dark blue and gray gradations take us toward an intense psychological landscape. Bodies without features, souls touching and lurking in dim-lit space, as if the city swallows them up or reshapes them. It is a picture of the presence unknown, of society as seen from within. As for the other painting, we stand before an amazing transparency, where white splashes are sequenced in a quiet, almost devoid of noise. There is no place for crowding here, but contemplation and stillness, as if the artist depicts a spiritual journey or a state of human abstraction in the face of the light. Yellow style reflects a mature experience that goes beyond form to substance. He does not paint a person as a body, but as a state, as a feeling, as a story hiding behind a color or a refraction of a shadow. I am not looking for beauty in itself, but for visual sincerity, for the moment when sense stops before reason. Ali Safar. Participated in exhibitions within the kingdom and abroad. Among the highlights of the Saudi Contemporary Art Exhibition in Paris, the Arab Youth Biennale in Cairo, alongside local entries in Riyadh, Jeddah, and Dammam. He has received awards of appreciation from the Ministry of Culture and the Fine Arts Societies, and some of his works have been acquired within private and institutional groups. In his work, Saudi artist Ali Al-Safar constructs a world where identities and shadows merge, and human figures evolve into symbols for questions beyond the visible. Between one canvas and another, Al-Safar invites us on a journey from mystery to clarity, from crowding forms to spiritual intermission. Using one piece, a mass of anonymous bodies is immersed in gradients of blue and gray. Faces are blurred and the space feels dense, as if the city is not just physical but psychological, absorbing its people, of reshaping the presence. It is a portrait of collective anonymity of the interior landscape of modern society. In contrast, another work presents serene alignment, pale, translucent figures standing in harmony with light. Here, there is no chaos, only reflection. It evokes a spiritual journey or an inner ascent towards stillness and purity. Al-Safar's aesthetic reveals a refined vision. He does not paint bodies, but states of being, feelings suspended in color, silence hidden in shadow. I'm not chasing beauty itself, I'm seeking visual honesty, a moment where emotion overtakes intellect. Ali Al-Safar. Al-Safar has exhibited in both local and international venues, including Contemporary Saudi Art in Paris, the Arab Youth Biennale in Cairo, and numerous shows across Riyadh, Jeddah, and Dammam. His work has earned recognition from the Ministry of Culture and Visual Arts Associations, and his pieces are held in private and institutional collections.
Candles glow softly, the warm lights invite. Ornate tables set perfect. perfectly. What a beautiful sight. Laughter fills the air, a welcome so sincere. Linger here a moment, let your heart draw near. Open arms of kindness, every waiter smiles so bright. Come and taste the wonder, come and feel the grace. Every flavor tells a story in this cherished place. Kalakalia calls you, joy in every bite. Where the food is heaven and the price feels right. Culinary magic, Dutch bitterballen divine, Alfredo fettuccine, every dish a golden sign. Lasagna layered deep with smoky sausage art, Iga bakar fried rice, warming up your heart. Affordable for all, true luxury from the start. Come and taste the wonder, come and feel the grace. Every flavor tells a story in this cherished place. Kalakalia calls you, joy in every bite. Where the food is heaven and the price feels right. Rich aromas drifting, zuppa soup in the air. Every server greets you with exceptional care. Sun cloud mocktails glowing, sendal dawet so sweet. Truffle, olive ball in flavors you will wanna meet. Almond butter, coke melting, a dessert so complete. Soft music playing, cushioned seats embrace. Warm and cozy corners, your own private space. From the first hello to the final goodbye, the staff make every moment feel like you can fly.